Has this ever happened to you with a girl? You meet her, the conversation flows, you feel a connection. But the next day, your name is a distant echo in her mind. While you're still replaying every second of her gaze, the harsh truth hits you. It's not about luck, it's about impact. A fleeting impact decided in the first 90 seconds. Yeah, man. Before you even say your name, before you reveal your story, her brain has already made a silent judgment. The line is unforgiving. Either you become a lasting memory, an indelible mark on her mind, or you fade into the crowd, just another face in the sea. But today, the script flips. Today, you're going to uncover the secret method that men with magnetic presence master. This isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those ready to step up to a higher league. Are you prepared to stop being invisible? Listen closely, because what follows might challenge your beliefs, but understanding it will change your game forever. Attraction isn't a stroke of chance. It's not a genetic gift. It's not about status or looks. It's energy, presence, emotional mastery. While you're obsessing over your outfit or your bank account, there are guys who, without being models or millionaires, leave a deep impression on every woman they meet. Their secret? They understood a truth few dare to reveal. Emotion's a direct highway to memory. Whoever controls the emotion controls the game. A woman doesn't fall for a pretty face. She falls for how she feels when she's with you. And that feeling isn't random. It's a direct result of your internal control. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes your secret weapon. Marcus Aurelius stated it precisely. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your mind is a chaotic battlefield, your energy will reflect that. But if you master your thoughts, you'll project calm, strength, power. And trust me, in this world saturated with noise, a serene presence becomes an irresistible magnet. When you control your energy, when you don't react from insecurity or the need for approval, she perceives it on an instinctive level. That primal instinct whispers to her, this man is different. Because while others are bending over backward to impress, you're simply present, grounded, whole. And there's nothing more magnetic than a man who doesn't beg for validation because he already gives it to himself. So, let's ditch the idea of magic. This is applied psychology, practical philosophy, real power in your hands. If you're ready to stop being a shadow, if you yearn to awaken that version of yourself that no longer pleads but radiates an undeniable presence, get ready. What's coming next will give you tools that no one else has taught you. Understand this. The first 90 seconds aren't a trivial game. They're a subtle but crucial battleground. Entering unprepared, without a clear direction, without self-mastery, guarantees the same old result. Being forgotten. But if you move forward with intention, with a solid presence, and with ironclad emotional control, you can make the difference between being just another guy and become the man who permanently lodges himself in her mind. Here are the 3 fundamental pillars that every man must internalize to be remembered not for what he says, but for what he evokes. You don't need words. You don't need elaborate gestures. Your mere presence should communicate an unmistakable message. How? With a steady gaze that doesn't shy away from contact, but also doesn't challenge unnecessarily. With an upright posture that radiates confidence without tension. With a palpable energy that declares, I'm here. I don't need to prove anything. I'm not seeking your approval. This, brother, is felt transmitted. It commands attention. In a world where everyone is clamoring for attention, the one who masters silence dominates the scene. Remember the wisdom of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And your character is revealed from the moment you cross the threshold. Imposing presence isn't arrogance. It's a powerful tranquility, a calmness that instinctively makes others lower their voices when you're about to speak. You've got 90 seconds to plan an emotion, not a cold fact, not a pre-packaged witty line. A genuine emotion, because emotion is a direct language of the subconscious, and the subconscious never forgets. In those initial moments, forget about selling yourself like a walking resume. Don't list your achievements. Don't recite tired pickup lines. Instead, activate her emotional mind with a powerful question. What's the craziest thing you'd do again without hesitation or with a sharp observation? There's something familiar about your energy, though I couldn't quite put my finger on it. It's not about being eccentric for the sake of it, but about being different, about sparking a flicker of curiosity she can't ignore. And here lies the Stoic mastery. Don't react direct. Don't desperately seek her approval. Guide the conversation with the serenity of someone who doesn't need immediate results. Because the man who knows how to provoke emotions without losing his center holds the real power. This is where you leave an indelible mark. Before you say goodbye, before the interaction ends, plant something in her mind that will take root, a persistent idea she can't easily dismiss. Forget the cliche, "It was nice meeting you." That just fades into the air. Instead, slip in a phrase that invites reflection, that opens a new path in her thinking. You know, I have this strange feeling that our conversation is just beginning. Do you think people cross paths by chance, or is there something more to it? Those kinds of questions resonate. They stay with her. Because as Marcus Aurelius said, the mind becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And if you manage to get her mind to visit you, you've gained much more than her momentary attention. You've conquered mental presence. Mastering these three pillars transcends mere attraction. It transforms you into a man who radiates genuine inner strength, the one who doesn't need to fit in because he's found his center. It's not an act. It's about aligning your essence with your energy. And when that harmony is established, no woman can ignore it. Because true magnetism isn't faked. It's lived. Now you know the pillars. The crucial question is, are you willing to put them into practice? Because the next step reveals the mistakes that can shatter all that impact in a matter of seconds. Get ready. What's coming is fundamental. You already know how to make a difference in those crucial 90 seconds, but now we're venturing into even more dangerous territory. The mistakes that can make you vanish completely. Because many men, despite their good intentions, sabotage themselves without even realizing it, condemning themselves to oblivion faster than a fleeting melody. Listen carefully, because these are the colossal blunders of the average guy, and if you see yourself reflected in any of them, it's time to root them out. Mistake number 1. The predator gaze. Yes, eye contact is a powerful weapon, but if you lock in a fixed stare, as if trying to strip her soul bare, all you'll activate is her alert system. The Stoic key lies in looking firmly, yes, but with a serenity that conveys calm, not desperation. The man who masters his gaze masters his impact. Mistake number 2, the self-centered monologue. Many fall into the trap of believing that impressing her means reciting their achievements nonstop. I did this. I went there. I have that. And you know what she's thinking? Just another guy trying to sell me his persona. The truth is simple. People are fascinated by talking about themselves. And if you know how to ask the right questions, she'll associate those positive emotions with you. Remember, it's not so much what you say, but how you make her feel while you're saying it. Mistake number 3, the desperate to please clown. Trying too hard to impress reveals you as needy, and neediness is a natural repellent. You don't have to transform into someone you're not. You don't have to pretend to be a millionaire, the guru of the moment, or the extreme adventurer. You have to be you, but in your most authentic and secure version. The Stoic man doesn't seek external approval. He acts from his center, from his truth, and that authenticity is perceived. Mistake number 4, the generic goodbye. It was nice meeting you. Translation, you'll never think about me again. The last moment of the interaction is the most potent. It's where you plant the seed of remembrance. Leave an open question, a phrase that resonates, something she'll keep processing even after you're gone. Mistake number 5, ignoring the signals. If she crosses her arms, avoid your gaze. Responds with monosyllables, wake up. You're not making an impact. You're inducing boredom. The man who ignores the signals becomes invisible. The one who interprets them and adapts evolves. These are the mistakes that define the average man. But you're not here to be just another one. You're here to take the reins of your game, your energy, and your impact. And if you manage to dodge these traps, you'll be ready for the next level, staying in her mind long after you've left. Get ready. What's coming is pure mental power, applied Stoicism. This is where everything transforms. This is where we leave behind superficial techniques and dive into the power of your inner world. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much psychology you've studied or how many witty lines you've prepared. If you don't master your emotional universe, everything else crumbles. The Stoics knew it. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they all shared a fundamental truth. True power doesn't reside in controlling others, but in governing oneself. And when you apply this principle to the game of attraction, the landscape changes radically. Energy cannot be faked. It's radiated. Do you know why some women are drawn to men who don't fit traditional beauty standards or possess fortunes? Because those men emit a different frequency, a calm, a strength, a certainty that cannot be bought. It's built from within. A man who exercises dominion over his emotions doesn't beg for validation, doesn't get anxious if the response isn't what he expected, doesn't crumble under pressure, because he knows he is the source. He doesn't react. He directs. Stoicism isn't coldness. It's controlled fire. Many mistakenly associate Stoic philosophy with the absence of feelings. Wrong. The true Stoic feels intensely, but he doesn't allow his emotions to drag him along. When you're facing her, your breathing, your tone of voice, your gaze, everything must communicate. I am here, complete, present, unshakable. Do you feel a tremor in your voice, sweat on your palms, anxiety? Perfect, you're human. But the man who moves forward despite the fear, that's the one who generates real impact. Not because he's immune to emotions, but because he's learned to use them as fuel, not as a paralyzing obstacle. A clear mind creates unforgettable moments. Whoever governs his mind governs the interaction. While others desperately seek approval, you project a solid presence. While others react with anxiety, you remain as firm as a rock. That subtle but profound difference is perceived, even if she can't verbalize it. Remember the words of Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. And in the game of attraction, freedom translates into power. The power to decide, the power to connect, the power to impact. In conclusion, to be Stoic is to be magnetic. You don't need artifice, empty techniques, or lines from a book. You need authentic presence, focused energy, and mastered emotion. And that is only achieved when you choose to live with intention, when you decide to stop reacting and start creating. She won't remember every single word you say, but she will remember profound feelings she experienced by your side. And if you manage to remain steady, present, and emotionally centered, she will carry you with her in her thoughts long after you've left. This is a true power of applied Stoicism, the inner mastery that generates a natural and irresistible attraction. And now that you know, the question resonates powerfully. Are you going to continue reacting like the majority, or are you going to master your game like a select few? The decision is yours. The moment is now. Now you know, the first 90 seconds aren't a mere detail. They're the epicenter where everything is decided. Your presence, your impact, your memory are forged in that crucial instant. But you've also discovered an even deeper truth. True power doesn't reside in what you say or even in what you do, but in who you are while you're doing it. That is applied Stoicism in its essence. It's not an abstract theory. It's not a dusty philosophy from old tomes. It's inner fire, it's mental control. It's the ability to influence without begging, to connect without acting, to attract without forcing. And today, that key is in your hands. The question is, are you going to use it to open the doors to an unforgettable presence, or are you going to allow fear and insecurity to condemn you to invisibility? Because while others continue to look for shortcuts and superficial tricks, you have the opportunity to build something much greater, a magnetic identity impossible to ignore. So stand up, look in the mirror, and make a firm decision once and for all. I am going to be the kind of man who is not forgotten. And if this message has resonated deep within you, if you felt that spark of transformation that screams, I want more of this, then subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with that friend who also needs to awaken his potential. This is just the beginning, and the next level isn't for everyone. It's only for those who are ready to master themselves and conquer their inner world. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay steady, stay stoic, and stay unforgettable.